Hi there, this is greynepts and welcome to more Paradise Killer. I'm excited to continue off where we were. Last time we just explored the island and everything, talked a little bit more to Carmelina, and then introduced ourselves to Yuri Knight. But other than that, it was mostly exploration. This time, I think it's still gonna be exploration. The island is just so big, and I want to explore everything that comes by my path. But I will try to prioritize talking to more people. So let's do this. This is completely where we just left off. Is it becoming night? Are the days passing? I honestly thought the day would be still. I didn't know it was the time is passing. Okay, let's go down. We came up this way. Oh, Silent Go! The first god humanity has contact with. He gifted this power to the Syndicate. Sorry, I know I've been saying Syndicate this entire time, but just for a split second there, I thought I was pronouncing it wrong. But I'm pretty, yeah, Syndicate. I don't know why. Well, okay, Syndicate, while he was being tortured in the Great Betrayal, his gift allowed us to create the island sequences. Do you hear that? Okay. So they make like crackling sounds, which is good to know. I'll just have to keep my ear out though. So, yep, I just went through this way by accident. But now let's properly explore the gardens and go towards the apartments of the citizens and the syndicate members. This is another save point. Well, let's see, right? So if we're in the gardens right here, we just came down from the syndicate HQ. Yes, this is where it is. Where the ring should technically be. So we'll explore down this way. There's a blood crystal over there. Can I can't get over there, okay. So let me just go grab this real quick and we'll go back to exploring the apartment because that's what I want to do and I don't want to mess around and stray from my goal. I think Judge, or we're quite close to Judge actually. Okay, here's Shinji. Let's talk to him. I feel like I could talk to you all day, Love Dies. What's on your mind? Everything, nothing, you know how it is, feeling quite relaxed.
Oh.
You're the only one on this island that is. And that's why you're in this situation. Too many people that take things too seriously. They don't think about others, just their own advancement. That isn't how a perfect society runs. Do you come from a perfect society? You don't get this attitude and charming personality unless you come from a place where everyone in the government is looking to scapegoat you for their own cruelty and fuck-ups.
Got it.
You personally? Of course not me personally. The lower classes. Oh my. No time, chat. Things to do.
That's strange.
But I thought you said... Things to do? Why are you here, Shinji? What's your place? Oh man, who was this? I read about him. Oh, I'm forgetting all the god's name.
Relic obtained.
Aromatic mushroom. Mushrooms grow all over the islands are prized for their variety of flavors. Are they? Wow, those are some high stairs. This is Silent Go. Cosmos. I'm not gonna use the elevator just yet. I think I'm just gonna walk around this bottom section before I start exploring vertically.
Crystal obtained.
I can climb up by ladder.
Relic obtained.
Ill-fated pleading ladder. A mother pleads for mercy. Her son transgressed. Love between the syndicate and citizens is expressly forbidden. The citizens are mere mortals. They have no talent, nor do they add to the structure of the island sequences. Or other than, praising the gods, but It's cool that we can walk on all of this. It's just I'm constantly okay. I'm constantly amazed about how explorable this game is. There's no way you can go through, just jump on everything you want in a lot of other games, especially in this kind of format, right? Oh. I don't know why we need to. Okay, which one is this? Okay, this is the syndicate apartments. So, oh. Okay, let's just walk up the stairs and see what that does for us. Oof, isn't that jazz wonderful? Wow, there's a lot of stuff up here. This has to be, what Lydia's doing, right?
Relic obtained.
Ultimate tea. Genmakia is the best tea. Anyone that says different is a liar or hasn't tried it. That's a straight fact. Never tried it. I guess I'm missing out. This little pink line is honestly confusing the fuck out of me. Look at that. No, I just realized how large this is. But there's not that many syndicates. Well, let's see. There's 6, 9. There's only around like 17 people unless I'm counting wrong. But these apartments are huge with several doors. Okay, let's take the elevator now. I assume this brings us to the tippity top.
Relic obtained.
Polite luxury chocolate is a standard gift given to the host when syndicate members visit each other. Oh! This is... I think this is Chrism? Or Witness?
Relic obtained.
Well-loved secateurs. Craftsperson's tools are a thing of beauty. The grip has been worn into the perfect fit for the user's hands over the years. Someone likes gardening. Okay. This is a new character to add, which is good, because we haven't met that many people yet. We are trying to serve a murder, so that's a problem.
Crystal obtained.
Okay, I'm gonna talk first before I look at the scene. Okay, the witness to the end. Okay, this is Witness. Look at this design.
Witness to the end.
Overseer of the end of the islands.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Look at that. It's so static image. Under the gaze of the gods, the so-called investigation freak returns to the island sequences.
Witness to the end.
Overseer of each dying paradise. Born in the Chaos Palace in the north. Sorry. I was drinking soda and I'm kind of getting burps. Born in the Chaos Palace of northern Iran in AD 981 under the sign of destroyed Eden. Haven't seen that god yet. As a child, Witness was enslaved under the banner of Crying Grudge. I have seen that. I'm pretty sure. Oh. enslaved under the banner. Interesting. Okay. Of crying grudge and put to work building the perpetually. I'm sorry. I swear I can't read these normally. I'm just not used to reading out loud. Perpetually growing chaos palace in northern Persia. During the Great Betrayal, Witness refused to budge in his devotion, agreeing to hide in the impossible labyrinth of the Chaos Palace. Ezekiel found Witness and urged him to follow him. They became close. Witness was still a young man and Ezekiel older and wiser. Perpetually growing Chaos Palace. Interesting. Witness looked up to him as a father figure after being taken from his own father at a young age. Witness holds a great deal of responsibility overseeing the end of an island. He ensures every failure is perfect. He collects and breeds rare plants in his penthouse. I guess that's who the clip is from. Good to see you again, Witness. Apologies for Starlight. I do remember you.
Of our holy masters,
How long has it been since you last did work for our holy masters?
under the gaze of the gods,
Time moves so strangely here. We are grains of salt that drift in the astral wake of the heavenly titan.
the gods are displeased.
Especially after last night, the island is ready to end. The time flow is broken. The gods are displeased.
Blasphemy!
What did he just say? Chaos, baby? We were supposed to be their loyal servants. Our only purpose to resurrect them. Now we squabble and squeeze in scheme. Our holy work brought to a screeching halt by murder.
The end times are looming.
So many have strayed from the path. This must be a sign from the gods. I think zealous.
I'm glad to be back.
I'm here to do the work of the gods.
Lady Love dies.
I can see in you love dies. I'm sorry. He said lady love dies, and so it kind of tripped me over. The fire of holiness, I live in fear of the rage of the cosmic deities. Sorry. Maybe you can quell their anger.
That's strange.
What's with the holy proclamations? This isn't your usual style. Far too much has happened in your absence. Truths have become more immutable. Our masters are not being served. The syndicate has lost its way. I have not strayed from the path.
Our gods
Too
work
many
in
of-
esoteric ways.
Too many of us has forgotten what it means to serve our masters. I fear last night was one of our punishments.
Our gods work in esoteric ways.
Or maybe it was divine reminder our gods work in esoteric ways.
What?
Are you here to punish the wicked monster that committed this atrocity?
The gods are displeased.
The sinner that allows demons onto the island, will he burn in the fire of justice? Okay. Wow, Carmelina was not kidding about his proclamations. I'll confirm it.
Sure.
You can be sure of it.
The end times are looming.
Any that will hinder the ascension of our cosmic overlords must be purged.
Investigator.
Now, how can I visit you for your holy work? Okay, let's start from the top. Henry, do
Crime cannot hide.
you believe Henry is responsible?
Under the gaze of the gods,
All I can do is trust in the gods and have faith in what happened was part of their divine will.
I don't like
But
this.
do you believe Harry did it?
the gods are watching us.
It is not for me to question the gods. Okay.
The truth remains obscure.
Witness, do you think anyone has motives for killing the council?
This island is full of sinners.
Our holy mission has been left unattended for too long. Any number of the sinners here could have done it.
The gods are displeased.
Perhaps it was an act of the gods. Heavenly anger leads to heavenly smiting. Ooh. I'll say investigate. I wonder if he will. I mean, obviously he considers everyone a sinner, but maybe he considers some more sinnery, if that's a word, than others. Tell me about these sinners.
Another sinner.
The island crawls with them. They pay lip service to the god but don't follow a secret mission.
The end times are looming.
The island sequences have degenerated. They used to be righteous. Now I despair.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What about the excuse? Henry's a citizen, not a syndicate member. Citizens are sinners too. They do not pray hard enough. The syndicate do not compel them to pray hard enough.
The gods are
The
displeased.
citizens grow restless, insubordinated. Dissent spreads. This one let demons onto the island. Why stop there? See, I don't want to get into his bad side, right? We did this to ourselves. Keeping the citizens like cattle was bound to be our undoing eventually.
The gods are radiant.
Hope is not lost. This is a test from the gods.
I am still bathed in the glory
We
of the
will
gods.
overcome it. I hope so. Okay, what about your motive? Well, this is a lot, right? Let's see. Your motive. Do you have motive for killing the council?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
God, this guy's lines, man. Because I don't want to speak over them, but my gosh. I am a humble servant striving to live on the righteous path. Murdering the council is not on that path.
Ooh, the
Am I
investigator is
taking
here.
your word for that?
What?
What reason would I have to kill the council? How does that benefit our holy mission? Well, you did openly state how the council is not doing what is right, right? So, you do have motive.
Who?
Who determines the path?
Our holy master.
The gods, of course. Did the gods want you to kill the council?
Of course not.
Don't be ridiculous. Investigate.
Why?
Why were you butting heads with Montserrat so much?
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
I need to investigate this.
I need to know why someone was classing with a murder with them.
Blasphemy!
Our leader was not following the holy mission. His focus was on the island sequences and not the gods. Pander. Sounds like he was straying from the path.
The gods are
Yes.
radiant.
I'm glad you understand our first priority is to prostrate ourselves before the gods, not build ourselves a nice home.
The gods are displeased.
If our islands fail, then that is the will of the gods. If we trust in them, we will be saved.
I don't like this.
Did that make you angry enough to kill?
Of course not.
I know you must ask these questions, but it pains me to hear you question my loyalty and faith.
Paradise feels wrong.
You voted against every proposal you put forward, didn't you? That's the point of our democratic meetings. We all have a say on the direction of the syndicate. His direction veered away from our holy mission. Our voice meant disagreement with it.
Sure.
What kind of proposals were they?
Surely this is a joke.
Advancements towards the so-called perfect 25. I don't care about our new home being perfect if the gods are not there to celebrate with us.
What?
Look out to the ocean of madness. So many pyramids sit empty.
The gods are watching us.
24 island sequences and we only have one pyramid resident. We are capable of so much more.
Why?
Why haven't we done more?
The end times are looming.
Monster had other plans. Grand resurrections could wait until the island sequences were solved.
The gods are displeased.
What's the point of Perfect 25 if the gods remain in pain? I wanted to remind Montserrat of the Syndicate's purpose, so I voted against everything he and the rest of the council put forward.
Is this a fact?
Did you remind
Or a
him
treat?
with a knife by chance? Absolutely not. Ooh. I don't paranoia. I wonder if witness will get angry at the doctor for telling me, but I am the investigator, right? I understand you have become more secretive. Maybe a bit paranoid?
What?
Who told you that?
Crime cannot
You
hide.
hiding something from me?
This island is full of
Others.
sinners.
Okay, but others get jealous when you have a purpose in life. My holy work does not concern those who are straying. My personal business is my own. Secrets are dangerous, witness. They take physical forms before you realize. You do not need to lecture me, investigator.
Why?
Why have you been taking calls in private?
What?
Why is this anyone's business? Are you hiding something? Plotting something?
Of course not.
Don't be ridiculous.
Where?
Where were you last night?
Investigator.
I spent the night here, in my apartment. Oh yeah, clarify, cause because of Carmelina was with him.
Ah,
By yourself? The architect came to visit me over a social call. She was with me at the time of the killings. We left when we were summoned to the crisis meeting. Witness told me that Carmelina went to his apartment last night. They watched the end of the island together until the murder happened. They left the apartment when they were summoned by the judge for a crisis meeting.
why?
Why did she come to visit you?
Of course no.
It was unusual. She wanted to spend the last minutes of this withering island with me. It has become quite an age since we spent time together socially. Was there anything odd about her behavior?
The gods are watching us.
We had a pleasant time. We shared some wine I've been saving, prepared to say goodbye to paradise.
I need to investigate this.
And you two were in each other's company all evening.
Investigator.
I stepped out onto my balcony to take a phone call from Grand Marshal Tito. It was fleeting. No more than 5 minutes.
What time?
What time was this call? Shortly before Death visited the island. Nikita was reporting the escape of Henry. Okay. Witness says Akito phoned him to report Henry's escape just before the murder. The phone call lasted about 5 minutes. He escaped around 11:52, and then around 8 minutes at midnight was when he got killed. So he was on the phone. Well, assuming that she called exactly when he escaped, but that could be wrong, right? But say if she did call exactly when he escaped, then he would have ended the phone call around 11:57. I'll follow up with the Grand Marshal. Not long after, our marshals were stationed outside the elevator to my apartment. Witness had a phone call from Grand Marshal Kilo 14 a short while before the council murder. He stepped out of the room away from Carmelina for some privacy. Do you have any proof that you were both in your apartment? The nightmare computer at the entrance logs everyone that enters and exits his apartment. You can pull the records from that and check yourself. Okay, witness says he was in the apartment all night with Carmelina. He said he entered his apartment around 5:30 and Carmelina arrived approximately at 9, which is what she said too. Why is yours the only apartment with a logging system? Can't be too careful. I take my privacy seriously. Paranoia. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation. Ooh. See, the death screams. Do I want to talk to him about this? If I say it, then he will obviously know that it was the doctor that told me, because who else would he have told? Or who else would have known?
Crime cannot hide.
Tell me the moment the council died. I know you suffer from psychic death screams.
This island is full of sinners.
Doom Jazz can't be trusted with patient confidentiality around you. Yes, every time a person dies, I'm assailed by their psychic death scream echoing out into space. Doom Jazz prescribes me medication for it.
Ah,
Did you suffer from death scream trauma when they died? Yes, I was assailed by the psychic death screams of the council. I was brought to my knees by the pain. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Nothing. He often went for periods of isolation. Sorry, I can't help more. Lady Love dies. So he's known to have isolation periods? Okay. Did you see Yuri last night? He's secretary to the architect. Have you spoken to her? Okay. Did you see the architect last night?
Surely this is a joke.
I don't know what to tell you other than what I already said. She came to spend the evening with me here. If you want to know what she did before that, you'll need to ask her. Makes sense? Did you see the doctor last night? The doctor claimed to be in his clinic all night. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
This island is full of sinners.
Henry's a curse on us all. His possession 10 years ago condemned the island. There's nothing else to know. The dead zone is a remainder of his crime. A reminder. Okay, let's hang out for a bit, witness. Want to chat, witness? I must warn you that I'm not one for long
The
conversations.
gods are watching us.
Do you think they're happy with what they see? Probably not.
This island is full of sinners.
They are the calm eye of the storm. We have fallen away from them, swept away in the monsoon of
Of their
sin.
holy masters.
Please tell me you also devote yourself to the holy masters. Zealous, with all my body and mind.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
Your fanaticism fills me with hope. One day we may be able to make the gods happy.
The gods are watching us.
Please join me in a prayer.
The gods are radiant.
He journeyed across the stars. He came to us and gifted so much. He was the first, the holy callous. Man's dark age was scorched by the fire of devotion. In the face of sin and hearsay I sing for silent goat. He heard us in the crystal caves, he will hear us again. The first, the holy catalyst, silent goat. May we always walk with you. I'll cooperate. It's rude of me not to, right? He journeyed across the stars, he came to us and gifted so much. He was the first, the holy catalyst. Man's dark age was scorched by the fire of devotion. In the face of sin, hearsay I sing for silent goat. He heard us in the crystal caves, he will hear us again. The first, the holy catalyst, the silent goat. May we always walk with you. You are blessed. Okay. May you fly with destroyed Eden,
The gods are watching
and
us.
may you reach the moon. Okay, so we commented on his god. Okay.
Scene investigation.
Look at this apartment. Isn't that nice? Crying grudge. A statue of the prophet crying grudge. The god endlessly weeps at the visions of the future he cannot see. There was a one that was enslaving Witness. Plants collection. Witness collects and breeds rare plants. Sometimes he gives them as gifts and then hounds you to take proper care of the most fragile plants on the planet. His phone, Witness phone. I can take this comm tower and verify its location. The silent goat, the holy catalyst. The statue. Relics from Persia from before the Great Betrayal. These are early depictions of gods and demons. Okay. I found Witness's phone in his apartment. I can verify his alibi at the comms tower. Witness told me he received a phone call from Hokkaido. I can check his door if I plug this into a comms tower. Let's see, shall we? Now, where would the comms tower be? Yeah, so I need to go verify building logs. And then HQ log. Let's see. Yeah, so he could have left through the back door. He said that he was with 5 minutes. And this is everything. Okay. So let's go verify the logs first before. Isn't this nice music? What is that? I thought that was where I was, but not exactly. Oh, oops. Or I can't use the nightmare computer, right? Because I don't have. I think it was the Cosmos nightmare. Yes, Cosmos. Okay, that's fine. We'll just continue onwards. Oh, this is where I was, right? It's this way. I'm sure. See, now why would I take the ladder into running water when I know that I can drown? A question I cannot necessarily answer. Have I climbed up these? I don't think I climbed all the way up, right? Yeah. Okay, this is where the stairs are. Hmm. Yeah, there's something there. There we go. Blood crystal.
Blood crystal obtained.
Okay, that's Judge. Sorry, I was getting a bit turned around. Is it this way? No, this is where it came from. My gosh. I think I just continue. Oh, there's more blood crystal over here. Oh, well, quite slow when crouch.
Blood crystal obtained.
Which is obviously true, but for some reason I didn't connect the dots. Oh, this is a dead end. My gosh. I swear I was able to see the citizen's apartment, but I forgot where I went to see that. Here. There we go. The citizen's apartment. Let's grab this.
Relic obtained.
Questionable automation obtained. Citizens sometimes drop coins into fountains from the duck. Luck doesn't exist. Let's see. It is in the park near the apartments. Okay, so I should go look for a park.
Relic obtained.
Fascinating grasshopper. Some people get really obsessive about grasshoppers. I forgot his name. Was it Crying Grudge? This is to pray for the gods of a blood crystal to let blood, but
Blood crystal
I'm gonna
obtained.
save my crystals until I for sure. Oh, is this the ring? The stone, I mean? Glistening stone, a small but bright stone. Looking at it makes the world around you fade away, and you can see your distant memories imprinted on the stone by the word. This one is full of happiness. On the bench in the park, between the citizen apartments and the syndicate's apartment. Okay. Let's go return this guy so he's out of my mind. Have you found my stone? Yes. I think I have. A small... Oh, I read that. Really? Can I see? Oh yes, this is it. I can't describe how this makes me feel. It's like we're together again. Please, you keep it. I can feel myself fading out in this world and I can't take the stone with me. When you hold it, I hope you can find the happiness that it gave me. Yo, couldn't help spying on you. What did you want? You like that stone the spirit gave you? Admire. It has a wonderful depth to it. Oh, hoping it was going to be a no. Why? Want to sell it? Why would you want? Why do you want it? Gems are tied to the suffering of others or one of my collections.
That's strange.
One of? Oh yeah, I also collect antiques from a planet populated by slug scholars. Also got a cabinet of calcified entrails prayer wreaths from the mad monks in the Venus labyrinth. So, want to sell it? 2 blood crystals, one-time offer. No, 2? No. I think I'll hang on to it. Shame. I was supposed to. I suppose. Sorry, my ears itchy. I'm like not paying attention. I suppose I'm going to die with this island soon. So no biggie. Don't stress it, love dies. I just wanted a little bit of happiness before the harrowing embrace of oblivion. 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 I'm struggling talking today. What's down here? A tower that broadcasts music to the speakers of the island. Oh, she has headphones on. I didn't know this before. There's a tape in here.
Music obtained.
Remember how her lipstick looked on TV? And his lipstick, divine. I love those two. Late nights were better back. Lady Blue. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It's a good song. Is this the electricity that Carmelina was talking about? Why would I use this ladder? Oh. I see. Well, that was loud. Oh. Love dice. We have the suspect in custody. You are not necessary. Belligerent. So why are you calling? I'm under orders to cooperate with you. Nen... Nenorosito? Question. Who's giving you your orders? The judge has assumed authority while this crisis is resolved. Haven't you been briefed? Are you just wandering around without a clue? We have a suspect that was found with a murder weapon. He has motive and history. He was found with the council's blood in his stomach. We're not making a super collider out of this. I don't know. Henry broke free, tore through the prison. Henry broke free, tore through the prison bridge, breached the holy seals, and murdered the council. Case solved, investigator. I hope that this is as simple as it appears. The suspect is back under inhibitor sedation. Inhibitor sedation? Dame Butir. Inhibitors are injected into him to keep him sedated. Go ask Doom Jazz if you want to know more. I'm guarding the suspect at the desolation cell on the rock if you need to speak to me again. The control panel to raise the bridge has been updated to accept the blood vial. Only I have access to the prison, but Judge ordered me to authorize you. The bridge across the prison is on the south beach. Then, goodbye. I'm not gonna try to say it. Okay, I will meet her. Where is she? Where is she? Oh. Yeah, she's... Oh, she's over there, I see. I just want to explore a bit more. No harm in exploring, right? There's someone down there. Ah! Some Marshall. Yeah, I'll go stick to her since I'm right here. But I want to grab some more things before I go. Oh. I guess I grabbed onto the ladder too early.
Relic obtained.
Dazzling obelisk. Obelisk. Oblique. I know how to say this word, but for some reason it's blinking on me. Charm, a charm model after obelisk found on the Citadel planet in the solar systems. Maybe I should go read the dictionary in a while. My God. Here we go.
Those crystals obtained.
Oh. These bars on the prison bridge have been
The
destroyed.
investigator is here.
I presume this is how Henry got out. The isolation cells connected to the main end of this bridge. There's some residue while running through starlight.
Analyzing.
Residue sample 68.7% thermite, 28% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutanide acrylonitrile, no traces of unknown chemicals.
That's
Thermite.
weird.
So this says it's thermite. It doesn't seem to be demonic in nature.
Sure.
Someone may have melted through these bars. Torn apart prison bars. Oh. The prison bars on the bridge connected to the desolation cell to the main islands were torn apart, but appears to be done by military-grade explosives, not demonic strength. Okay. I wanted to read a bit more. Lush Garden is enjoyed by the members of the syndicate. Luxury apartments for the members of the syndicate. Apartment blocks breed madness. People are too close to each other. That's what I see. This door leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel to the isolation cell where Henry is incarcerated. It's coded only to Kyo's blood vial. There's a secure tunnel running between the distillation cell and the barracks that is only coded to Kyo's blood vial. What do you want, freak?
Got it.
What's your deal? Security. After last night, I'm here to man the bridge controls.
That's weird.
Why? These are the only controls. The Grand Marshal's guarding the killer. If he escapes again, which he won't, I'm here to raise the bridge.
The investigator
Good.
is
Just in
here.
time. Glad Paradise is safe now. That's funny. Okay. Let's head over to Hokkaido. I should have talked to her first anyway, so I guess it's due time. So these are repeat of last time. Good to know.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
And it's good to know that Go is the exact same, right? Raising the bridge. Where? What? Oh, it's right there. I was like, where's that red thing? Wow, imagine this at night, huh? Wow, this is terrible to walk through. Will I have to do this when I want to come back too? Like, I know I could. Whoa, I can spend a blood crystal to teleport. But I guess they wanted me to have this effect of the paint. There's a Kaido. I was wondering if I would get burned, but I can't even jump on them.
Nenorochito.
Nenorochito.
What the hell?
Pardon? I'm calling you something unspeakable in my native language.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Good to see you again, Kaido. Grand Marshal Kaido 14, born in Mihai, Romania in AD 991 on the sign of New Night. The Grand Marshal recruits, trains, and leads for marshals in any military activity the Syndicate performs. Kaido was born and orphaned in Mihai, Romania during the reign of the gods. She was drafted into the army of New Knights that Dam Harmony's forces pushed across Eastern Europe. At age 13, she was leading guerrilla operations after excelling at hand-to-hand and weapon-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate. New Knight had given her a home and purpose. She had no intent of forsaking her god. I'll brief you on the murder. Compliant.
Sure.
I'm listening.
I'm a soldier.
There's always a first time, I suppose. Henry Division had been incarcerated for a decade. Before his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, assault, and attempted celestial rituals. Okay, record. Henry's previous rituals were Subject Henry Division, Citizen. H. Division was arrested during a Blink ritual to communicate with the god Blink. Okay, ritual was not completed, minimal jail time to be served. H. Division had been arrested and incarcerated for a completed ritual that brought demonic corruption to paradise. The full reveal of the feelings have been initiated. Oh, so he failed at first before he succeeded. He had been under watch by his school and served a short jail time for attempting to communicate with the gods in the failed ritual. His school report. Subject have been placed on watch list under advisement of Syndicate School Principal LC. Suspected inclination towards celestial communication. Subject has shown repeated interest in aspects of demonology. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods, so it's been a year since his first failed. Demons poured in through the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon and killed his mother in their apartment. We arrested him, but he had already tainted the island. We sealed up the area around his apartment. The concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone. Sarcophagus. I don't know why. Okay, I'm done. Right, because his apartment's in the dead zone. Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. He's been kept here in the isolation cell full of inhibitors ever since.
How?
So how did he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. The blood pools in the recesses of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the island. That Labajio took his chance when I opened the cell. He pushed me aside and he was gone. This was at 11:52. Push you aside? The grand...
That's
You know the
weird.
time precisely?
Durfa!
I can tell you how many rounds are in any gun I pick up. I can tell you the weight of any sword you hand me. Soldiers make sure they know things. How did she say a necrosito?
Sure.
How did Henry get a murder weapon? He took my combat knife. I hope I'm not saying anything bad. I hope I'm not saying a slur. I mean, if it is, I doubt the game will put it in without... Right? Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna hold off on saying it. He took my combat knife. Akila's report states that Henry was found with a murder weapon, Akila's combat knife that he took during his escape. When he escaped in the struggle, he grabbed my knife. Henry assaulted Kaido and took her combat knife. Did he attack you? No, he took it and ran.
Where?
Where did you find him?
Și asta ce înseamnă?
Outside the council building at 12:03, he was passed out. The demon did his work and left him broken. He had the knife with him. Henry was found outside the council building with the alleged murder weapon, the knife he took from Kaido during his escape. I attempted to clear the crime scene, but was unable to. We are not able to transfer the second holy seal.
Ce?
Archbishop Te Adune and Nabi and wrap this up so we can execute him and go to the next island of dice.
When love dies.
Our
all
orders
that
are to investigate
remains
before
are the
we
facts.
execute him.
Do you want to die?
Don't drag this out. Do your work and let me do mine. Here's my report about last night. Okay,
Labagiu.
broke free at 11:52. He made it back to the island, broke through the prison bridge bars, went to the council building, breached the holy seals, and committed mass murder. In 8 minutes, he was found at 03 with the murder weapon and the blood of the victims in his stomach. And a report on Labajio's history. Okay. Dr. Doom just left his medical report with me as well. That's right, I totally forgot. Take it. Doesn't... Who also has the report on witness? Did anyone have it? Or no, they're talking about this report. I don't think there was another report. I'm not thinking correctly. It concludes that his motive to kill the council was born from his prior crimes in demonic possession. It also details his movements on the night he broke out of incarceration at 12:52, took Akilo's life, and made his way to the council building. He was discovered at 03 outside the building with a knife covered in the council's blood. Jim just examined Henry. When we found him, we called the doctors. It's standard practice to get him examined. Speak to Doom Jazz if you want to know more.
Goodbye, Nenorocito.
This is Dr. Doom Jazz's medical report for Henry. Doom Jazz examined him last night after his arrest. Syndicate Health Assessment document is in version.
Don't test me.
Examination instructions state that citizens should be examined but not administer medication or care beyond what is necessary. Patient's blood is strong, but fatigue shows clear signs of possession, scarring, burns, and arcane sigils. report shows no sense of abnormal, abnormal or abnormalities. I don't, I don't know why I can't read that all of a sudden. Or
That's
intoxication.
weird.
Patient has visible blood around the mouth, thus shows that blood matches several victims of council murder.
The investigator is here.
Okay, it was assumed he ingested during the murder, yep. Further samples confirm that blood was ingested via the mouth and within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. Patient appears free from mental illness, but is suffering from amnesia, a common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decade before his possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the events of tonight. Collapse most likely due to extreme exhaustion from overexertion.
I hate demons.
During the patient's possession 10 years ago, arcane sigils were seared into his flesh by the possessing demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene. Since no exorcism was born 10 years ago, Henry has been tortured by the demon contained within him. Because he murdered the freaking exorcist.
Got it.
During prior examinations, the patient has complained about the white hot rage inside of him. The patient's body had the correct doses of demonic inhibitors. According to the medical report, Henry was full of inhibitors and sedated. If that's true, how did he get the energy to escape? My final assessment is that the demon within the patient managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped under the will of the demon with no memory of it of having happened.
Got it.
Well, everything checks out. Yeah, honestly, if I didn't know any better, I would assume the same. Okay, so I realized there's no save here. I'm stretching a bit long. I was looking at his design. I'm stretching a bit long, that's the inhibitors, I assume. It's reaching almost an hour. Oh, there's a save here. I knew I saw one. So we're gonna end off here and we'll continue next time. We'll probably talk to Kaido, just investigate her as per usual, as well as Henry, but they said that he's sedated, so he probably won't do anything for me, but maybe looking at him will help. Let's look at the stock image.
Game saved.
And that's it. Well, thank you for joining me today and join me next time also so we can find out more about what happened, especially how Henry seems to have all the evidence on him, yet there's still some loose ends on the string there. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching. See you next time.